So in this week's video, I'm talking about how to create a positive attitude with gratitude, because gratitude works fast. If you're new, my name's Michelle Ferris. I'm a psychotherapist and I love helping people create relationships that work. So gratitude is a really powerful tool because you can use it anywhere and it works fast. Every single time I do these steps, I change my attitude in less than a minute, which is pretty amazing, and that's what I want for you. So the first thing I want to say is, if you're struggling with gratitude, stay until the end because I'm going to give you a tool you can use before doing these steps that's going to really help you. Because when you're in a lot of intense emotion, it may be too big a shift for you to shift into gratitude. So the first step in practicing gratitude is identifying negative thoughts, because we all have them. And the negative thoughts can be about yourself, other people, or life in general. But you have to identify what are those thoughts that are creating depression or anxiety or disappointment or feeling hopeless, because those are the thoughts we have to change. And for me, whenever I do this, I can always tell because my thoughts are negative. And they're usually negative about life. And that's when I know I have to practice gratitude. So the first thing you can do is just write out a list. What are those negative thoughts you know you are practicing that are creating a negative outlook? Things that you're telling yourself, about your life, about other people that are getting in the way of you feeling good. These can be thoughts like life isn't fair, people aren't to be trusted, I'm not good enough, I'm never going to get what I want. And it's important to identify all of those thoughts, because sometimes people have negative thoughts primarily about themselves or primarily about their partner. And it's important to know what those thoughts are, because that's how you can start to change it. So the first thing is to know what your negative thoughts are that are causing a problem. If you've ever struggled with negative thoughts, say ditto in the comments, because I guarantee I'm right there with you. I've done it too. The second step to practicing gratitude is to write a list of 10 things at least that you're grateful for. And sometimes this can be really simple, but you might get stuck like, oh, I don't have anything to be grateful for. And I totally understand that, because when we're in that negative headspace, it's really hard to see the positive. So let me help you out. Your health. Even if you're having trouble with your health, are you able to walk? Are you able to see? Are you able to hear? Do you have a job that you like? Do you have friends? Do you have a friend that you really appreciate? Do you have pets that you love? Do you have your recovery and a new support system that you could be grateful for? Do you have family that you're grateful for? We have so many things in our lives that we can be grateful for, but we often don't acknowledge it. And we tend to take it for granted. So practicing gratitude means highlighting what's good in your life. And believe me, even if you're having a real struggle, like I've been having a struggle in the last several months, I have practiced this tool several times, because no matter what's happening in my life, I can find something to be grateful for, and I bet you can too. So the next step in practicing gratitude is to say these statements out loud until you feel better. This is the power of gratitude, because when I do this, the writing helps, but it doesn't change my attitude completely. What I've noticed is when I say them out loud, I hear it. I hear what I'm grateful for. I hear the good things in my life, and that shifts my attitude quickly. Because usually by the time I get to 6 or 7, I realize, okay, you know what? I do have a lot to be grateful for. And it shifts my focus from what isn't working to what is working and what I can be grateful for. And that is the power of practicing gratitude. This is a simple tool that you can use anytime, and it works. Now here's the bonus tip. When you notice that you can't practice gratitude because you have so many intense emotions, maybe you're in intense grief or sadness or anger, and you just can't make that shift into looking at the positive yet, what I want you to do is do a feelings dump. And what I mean by that is write out everything you're feeling and don't censor it. Or say it out loud. Just say, I'm feeling really sad. I don't like my life right now. I'm really lonely and I wish I had somebody to love me. Whatever those statements are, I want you to say them and do a feelings dump. Because if we're emotionally constipated, which means we've been avoiding our feelings for a while, they're piling up in the background, and it makes it really hard to function. And it makes it really hard to see the good in life. So sometimes if you're really, really struggling, I want you to do a feelings dump before you do these steps. Now the next step I want you to do is go watch my video on how to get rid of negative thoughts. Thanks so much.